Hi guys, it's Tim from Launchpresso, and in today's video, I'm going to be walking you through the Simprosys Google Shopping Feed app for Shopify. So if you've been keeping up to date with the videos on my channel, you would have seen in my previous videos that I showed you how to set up the Google and YouTube, which is typically good for setting up a Shopify store with the Google Merchant Center and your other Google properties if it's relatively a basic store. However, if you really want to fine-tune your product feed, not just for your Google Merchant Center, but also for your Microsoft, Meta ads, and Pinterest ads, by utilizing a product feed app like Simprosys, you'll be able to get way more customizations all in one place across all your product feeds. So instead of me blabbing about how good the app is, let me take you over to my screen now for a complete walkthrough. So here we're at my screen now. If you do a quick Google search, you'll simply find the Google Shopping Feed app in the Shopify App Store. And before you go install it into your Shopify store, just ensure that you are switched to the correct store that you wish to install it. Go ahead and click install. Now, I've previously installed this app on one of my client Shopify stores, but we've yet to set this up because for the longest time we have been using the Google and YouTube app, and the time has come to upgrade. And once you've installed the app, and if you're having trouble finding it, you can always search for it in the top search bar, or you can come to the settings here and find it under apps and sales channels. Next, you'll come to integrations. And as I've already integrated our manager account into the app, and I'll show you just in a moment what it usually looks like on the dashboard for each integration and the account that you would like to integrate it to. For now, I'll just show you real quick on what you would need to do if you're going to change it. You select the change button, select the email that you were going to use, allow, and you come to the screen where it will ask you choose the Google Merchant Center account you wish to integrate to. And next, just click the drop down to choose your Merchant Center ID. And once you've selected your Google Merchant account, in this situation, we have to select the top level account and then the sub account. We click confirm. And this is the area here I was mentioning where you give the app permissions to your Google accounts so you can sync your Google Merchant Center via this app. Here you've also got Microsoft Shopping, your Meta or your Facebook product catalog here, and also Pinterest Shopping if this is something that you're also experimenting, or if you're also looking to run ads on Pinterest as well. Next, you'll come to the screen where Simprosys will prompt you to activate programs within your Google Merchant Center. You can watch this video on how to do it. And if you have done it already, I can show you in the Google Merchant Center really quickly where to go. So on the overview screen here in Google Merchant Center, if you come under growth, select manage programs. And here under each one of these tiles, here is a program. You would go through and you would enable each program that you want to be a part of. So for us, the most important ones are shopping ads, dynamic remarketing, promotions, and product ratings. You can also be a part of the free product listings as well. You may get some free sales from the shopping tab instead of Google search if people are looking for your product there. So as we have our programs enabled, we'll click yes. Then it'll go through the process of validating everything. Now here you've got the option to do a quick sync settings from Shopify, or you can switch to advanced as well. But here you can go through and select the radial buttons on what you want to submit into your feed. Now, if you are managing this feed for a client, you want to make sure that you set up your emails so that you'll be notified when the product feed will be pushed to your integrated platform. In our case, it's going to be the Google Merchant Center. Don't forget to select the currency for your primary target country, as well as the language you want to use, and that's recommended based on the store language. Just taking a quick look at the advanced integration, I'm just going to click yes. And we see here it has opened up a few more options. The additional checkbox I will pick here is the product image option, where I can use a second image for a product having no variant. So for example, Google's policy won't allow you to use the first image that's a lifestyle image without, like with a background or whatnot. You can actually use the second image, which is such as a product. Can be helpful when you're doing furniture or fashion stores. So I'll just select that just in case. Now under the default settings, which are optional, you can watch this video here on what to do to set up these settings if you're specifically needing to do. But if you leave these at default, the app will help you assign some of the attributes to your products, irrespective of what Shopify decides. So if there's something specific, you could definitely go down that path. One thing to be mindful of, if your store is selling any products which are brand names, NPNs, or SKUs, or GTINs, which are barcodes, you may want to select this. And the second option, you can always hover over these question marks to find out a bit more about what these mean. But if you've got very unique products, and for this particular store, they do sell a consumable, so it doesn't really come with a barcode, it's going to leave this as custom products. And the reason being is it will leave what is known as identify exists as false. So I'll select save and next. And right now, pretty happy with these settings, but I also like the idea of appending UTM tracking parameters. Even though you do get a Google Click ID with your ads, this can also be handy for your free listings and wherever else you may be promoting your products. So scrolling to the bottom and just select Save and Next again. And again, just quickly changing the email notification and select Sync. Okay, now once the integration is finished, the first page that it brings you to is the campaigns page. So first thing I would do is I would come down to where it says select your existing Google Ads account. I would definitely get that set up. And if you don't have a Google Ads account, you can simply create one here. But we do, and we've already got that set up with the main manager account and the sub account. So we'll select link accounts. So the next screen they've come up to is activating the theme extension and the app embed section within the theme customization. So for now, I will not activate this app embed at the moment because this is primarily to add in tracking tags and scripts automatically into the site where you may not have set up these codes and scripts previously before. We have, so we don't want to go and mess up our current setup as it currently stands. Otherwise something could break. Now, I just thought I'd circle back real quick to the campaigns area. And although I said I won't be covering the Google and dynamic remarketing tagging and conversions, what I will do is I'll create a separate video up here on how to set that up using my test store. And now that I've got the Simprosys app connected to our Google Merchant Center, I'm just going to quickly come back over to the Google Merchant Center just to see how things are progressing. So if I come to products under feeds, you see there's one content API feed, but we have double the amount of products that we're supposed to have in here. So if we come to diagnosis, you'll see here, we've gone from 124 products now up to 634. The reason being is because I still have the Google and YouTube app connected in Shopify to the Google Merchant Center. So I'll have to go ahead and disconnect that later to bring the available products down to the correct level. Otherwise, technically, we're going to have two of the same product to be able to advertise towards in the Google Merchant Center, and therefore in our shopping or performance max campaigns, which we really don't want. It makes it too difficult for Google Ads to be able to optimize correctly between two different products, which are essentially one and the same. Now, here we are in the back of Shopify in the Simprosys app again. Like I said, we got 247 products, but we have nearly 600 submitted in Google. I will go back and fix that. And this is showing this because this is essentially synced and integrated with the Google Merchant Center. It's pulling all that information in, and you'll be able to see any errors for any product here as well, which is good. You can go about fixing these later once you know where the issues lie. You can also click inside each product, and you can edit each product directly here. You can select edit product, and as you scroll down, you can see the channels that you're currently advertising on, the Google product category, which can also be changed if this is not 100% correct. We've also got some custom attributes here. If you have a fashion or apparel store, this is pretty important to fill out. Also, it's good to fill out your cost of goods sold. This is excellent if you want to determine what your profitability is within Google Ads. You also have your detailed product characteristics, like if you need to put new or whatever in here. If you need to have the condition as new, what age group, the gender. You also got size systems, prices and units, weights. So again, the unique product identifiers management, which may be important depending on the products that you have in your store. For us, it's a custom product, so no need to add brand names, MPN, SKUs, or GTINs, which are barcodes. You've also got your product labels if you need to get ultra granular, depending on the structure that you're needing to set up. There's also videos here for custom labels, ad labels, and shipping labels. If you do use these ad labels, they will show up in Google Ads as well. Under merchant promotions, in the particular fields, we can set up promotions for specific products. And here, as you can see, we do not have a promotion set up yet, but by clicking here, it'll take you to the promotions feed tab, and you'll be able to set that up and align them with specific products. And under variants, you can go and edit variants here as well. And once you're done, you click update product, and then you're on your way. Then you can move on to your next product if you wish. Now, if you're needing to bulk edit your products, you can always do that by selecting specific products. And you can see here at the drop down, you have a drop down here for editing specific attributes in bulk, and you can see here, you can select which one you want. And also if you need help, you can always check out the bulk editing video here. Now, just under settings really quickly, if you need to make any changes from the initial setup when we first sync the app to the Google Merchant Center as well as Google Ads, you can go ahead and make those changes and resync again. Now under tracking tags, as I mentioned, we've already set this up manually. No need to set this up using the app campaigns. Now from inside the app, you could run Google Ads directly from here, particularly Performance Max campaigns. However, I wouldn't recommend doing that at all. Everything should be managed within your Google Ads account. This is definitely not best practice to be using this app for running any ads whatsoever. Now under promotions feed, you can use merchant promotions here to highlight benefits of purchasing from your store when shoppers decide to buy. When you add these promotions, depending on the time of year, your products will appear on Google showing shoppers a special offer link within your shopping ads. Lastly, and under subscription, you can see here, depending on how many products you got in your store, will be the monthly cost, which is essentially really inexpensive for this type of app. You can also pay yearly on this one as well and get 10% off. By the way, I have no affiliation with the Simprosys app. I just know it's a really good product. And just checking out across the top here on the rest of the features of the app, you have all your sync settings depending on the platform. You can also look at your XML feed settings, local inventory, automated rules, which may be interesting to check out, as well as the delivery speed estimated by Google here. Just having a look really quickly at the automated rules, you can see under the blue plus button all the different options we can use as an attribute or a selector in order to set up a rule. And there's a few tips here on how to use it correctly. Also, there's a video here on how to use the automated rules for the feed properly. One quick tip that I'd like to point out is if you're advertising products into multiple countries, it's important that you set up a feed for that location because currencies and languages can be different in those specific areas. If you come to the settings and under Google Shopping settings here, scroll down to this area that says submit feed for additional countries. There's a video here on how to do that. But if you were to click add additional countries, you can go through and toggle on each country that you're currently wanting to advertise into. But just make sure that you read the important information here before using the additional countries feed feature. Looks like there's a lot of information there to take in before you go ahead and do that. And that pretty much covers everything today for the Simprosys Google Shopping Feed app. Besides the tracking setup, which I did mention earlier, you can check out the video again up here on how to set up the tracking using this app. But with that said, if you have a Shopify or e-commerce store that you're wanting to run ads or performance max campaigns with, and you're having trouble or you want someone to take a look at it, we do provide this as a service. I'm happy to give you a free audit. Please take a look in the link in the description down below. Fill out the contact form and I'll get back to you as soon as I possibly can. And if you're getting value out of these videos, please hit the like and subscribe buttons down there to be notified of all my future videos that I'll be posting. And thanks for watching. Bye for now.